Hi, I'm Pat, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to position your right hand when you're starting out on the dobro. But first of all, you have to understand there is not one single way to position your right hand, because different techniques like muting or alternating bass will require different right hand positions. But you have to start somewhere. So what I'm going to show you today is, I guess, the best way to get you started on positioning your right hand and then practicing some basic right hand single note patterns. But keep in mind that as you will progress on the instrument and learn new techniques and try to achieve different sounds, your right hand technique will most likely change as well. So let's go to a close-up and I will show you the basics of positioning your right hand on the dobro. Okay, the most important thing to keep in mind when you position your right hand is to have some sort of anchor, right? You don't want to have your arm floating like this, because I think it would be much more difficult to get a consistent sound and a good technique that way. So what I recommend if starting out is to rest this part of your hand. See? The palm of your hand. Rest it on the bridge here. Okay? This is the bridge, and you rest this part of your hand about where the end of the bridge meets the cover plate, right? So your right hand locks in position. And you might have to adjust your hand a bit differently than mine, since everybody's hand is a bit different, but that's about where you should try to position your right hand. And also note that this part of your forearm will rest on the instrument's body about here, right? So your forearm rests on the instrument's body, then your right hand, this part of your right hand locks in position here. Okay, once you do that, let your fingers fall naturally on the strings, right? Let them fall naturally. And what you notice is that they are kind of in the middle between the end of the fretboard and the bridge here. Okay? It falls kind of in the middle. And notice how this gives a good sound as well, which is not as trebly as you would get here, or not as bassy as you would get here. So I think this is a good starting point. That being said, sometimes you'd also want to pick there or there, to get a different sound, right? But this is, I think, the best way to start off when you start practicing the dobro. Also note, some people put their pinky here. Okay, as a sort of second anchor, I guess. And I personally don't do that, since my fingers are, kind of curled up. And I know some teachers who kill me for saying that, but to me that's fine if you want to use your pinky as an anchor as well. Because, there are lots of people using their pinky as an anchor and their playing is awesome. So, Let's sum up now. You've got the palm of your hand, okay, resting on the bridge. This part of your forearm rests on the instrument's body. Fingers falling naturally on the strings and resting on the strings. And also, you don't want any tension in your forearm, right? Nor in your elbow, okay? Try to be really relaxed. This is really important. Now, let me grab this piece of black leather so that you can clearly see the strings. Okay. We're going to try the basic exercise that is in the PDF file that comes up with this lesson. What you're going to do is you pick the 3 I strings, one at a time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, again with your right hand locked in position. Okay, and you pick the 3 I strings one at a time. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Again, this is in a PDF file that comes up with this lesson, so if you have trouble playing at the same time and listening to my explanation, try to follow along with the tab. Then move one string up and pick the strings 4, 3, and 2. Okay, and see how it feels like. Does it feel comfortable? If not, try to adjust either your right hand, this part of your right hand, or maybe try to adjust your forearm or your wrist a little. Then move one string up again and pick strings 5, 4, and 3. And then 6, 5, and 4. And notice that you might have to move your forearm back a little bit when you change strings, or bend your wrist just a little as well when you change strings, and this is perfectly normal, okay? But again, don't forget to keep your hand locked in position on the cover plate, and then you can go down 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, and then 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then you can repeat that over and over again. Okay, so try to practice this until you feel like your right hand is in a nice, comfortable position. Again, with no tension or anything. Okay, it might take some time until you find the position that is working for you, but you know, as with everything else, it's just a matter of practice and patience as well. Okay, so once you get the basics of positioning your right hand, you're ready to start practicing different right hand single note patterns. So I hope you have fun with that. And once again, I'm Pat with learningwithpat.com. If you did what I do, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate the support, and I see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.